Hey guys, it's Ryan with DP Marketing.Services, and author of the book on digital marketing for plumbing and HVAC contractors. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in today. Coming at you with a video. What I'm talking about, a lot of guys that we meet, either it's at a trade show or it's a conference or something like that, but they'll run into us and they just want to know like our advice. So here it is. This is just advice from a marketing company who does only plumbing and HVAC contractors. And obviously, if you've watched our channel for long, you know like we're focused not on activity, we're focused on results. In fact, our slogan is better results. Results is what you care for. You want to make sure your phone's ringing. And honestly, we know that most contractors we speak with feel like they're ripped off and taken advantage of how much money they've spent on marketing and how little they have to show for it. So we just want to come at you with a couple of ideas, advice from us, kind of in the bullpen. If you work with us, you know like we're on the front lines of helping you find new lead opportunities. We're interfacing with your customers directly. We're involved with your customer reviews, so we see the good, the bad, and the ugly about your business. And we work directly between you and the customer to try to take care of those. So there's a couple things. If you're kind of on the fence or you're doing research or you're thinking, okay, what are things I really need to do to grow or to market my HVAC or my plumbing shop? Here's just a couple thoughts we have. First, think big. Now, think big, what I mean here is kind of not maybe what you think about. When I say think big, I mean don't think about just one little survival tactic. Right, so a lot of guys will turn to things like Craigslist if you're starting off as a startup shop, or maybe you get into Home Advisor. I got to be honest, not trying to throw anybody under the bus. We struggle to see people have great results using like pay per lead programs like Home Advisor or Angie's List, even Porch. We just struggle to see good, sustainable growth for the companies that use it. It's good for Angie's List and it's good for Home Advisor, but for you, for your customers, it's always awkward. It puts you in a spot where you're racing to the bottom of the barrel in price, or you're racing to be first to respond. But no matter what, you end up putting all of your eggs in that one basket, right? So now you give all this control to Angie's List or to Home Advisor, where you have to pay them 10, 20, 30 grand a month. And sure, your phone might ring, but not one of them turn into actual customers. Or if they do turn into customers, they're not great ones. So think big. Think beyond just one or two lead generation funnels, right? So our approach is we're a fan, digital is where your customers are at, statistically speaking. So we're a fan of, okay, have a great website that's massive, that ranks on Google and converts to traffic. Drive traffic to that website from everywhere. This includes AdWords and your map pack. This includes SEO. This includes social media. This includes like public relations sort of events, giving back in the community. We have one contractor, for example, who does these big charitable like teacher awards. They recognize a great teacher in their neighborhood. They give them a $500 prize every month, and the local news covers it. And so you've got all this great reputation, you get great press, great coverage, great visibility for these contractors. And it's not because they're thinking small on how do I just survive, although you might be feeling that. Really think big, think about scale, think about not just keep 1 or 2 or 5 or 10. Think about how do you do the right thing, grow your company, be smart about scaling. So first one, think big. The second one, actually I just kind of referenced it, think smart. It is really, really easy to waste money on digital marketing. And it's also really tempting, if you're a contractor, to try to copy what your competitor's doing. So your tendency often tends to be of, so-and-so's in the phone book, so I'm going to be in the phone book. Or so-and-so has a billboard, so I need to be in the billboard. Or so-and-so has these really cool wrapped vans, so I need to have really cool wrapped vans. Most of the time, if you just copy your competition, you will have not the best of outcomes. So instead, don't just copy your competition, learn from them. Understand why are they choosing to wrap their vans? Why are they choosing to go after a billboard? What else do they have in the mix? What in that mix seems to be most effective? We can almost tell, especially on a digital side, we can do a lot of assessment and figure out What's their site ranking? How much traffic are they getting? What are the keywords that they're doing well on? What are the opportunities that you can take advantage of? We can learn a lot from our end, but the more that you think smart and not just make willy-nilly and kind of lazy decisions, but be smart, shrewd, tactical about your plans, the better outcomes you're going to have every day of the week. So think big, think smart, and here's the last one. This is a big one. Think long. A lot of contractors trip themselves up by just doing a day-to-day grind. They just want 5 calls per tech per day, let's say, and they're just looking at a day-to-day. Now, there's oftentimes very good things that come out of thinking that way, right? To make sure you're holding yourselves accountable, your techs are on the jobs, that they're getting the reviews, that they've got the sales per job that you want. All those are fair and those are fine and good, so I'm not knocking them. What I am saying, though, is think longer than just your immediate window. Think longer than just this calendar month. Think longer than just this quarter. Think longer than just this year. The idea of growing your company is you start making scaling and strategic decisions that help you get larger and more scalable and sustainable over time. So right now, you might be figuring out, how do I keep my 10 vans busy? And that's a legitimate question. Once we solve that problem, we need to move on to a different category of problem, such as, how do we make sure each of our 15 vans that we have busy. Sorry about that, guys. For some reason, the video stopped recording. So if you have 15 vans, so you've got your 10 vans busy, now you got 15 vans, you want to make sure that your quality of service for every job you do is consistent. Does every tech park in the same spot? Do they always wear booties when they come into the house? How is the customer greeted? How do we close out a ticket before we leave? Do we ask for a review, or do we hope to God that they don't turn to the internet before we leave? These sort of systematic decisions are actually what's going to start scaling your business, but they require you to think long term. What you're actually building at this point is not a job. You're not just trying to keep your guys busy day in, day out, although that's part of it. What you're actually trying to build is a machine. You're trying to build a series of processes that can scale with you. And as you scale, you need to revise and refine and acquire new processes. Here's a fun tip. If you're trying to exit your company, you're going to need a good 5-year exit plan, right? So exiting your business is always going to be 5 years in the future. The more you think about making those systems and those processes scale with you, that they are locked down, that they're in writing, you know what they are, you're thinking long term, you're thinking for that 5-year window, the better chance you'll have on getting more calls, getting more leads, making more money, making more profit, not just making more revenue, but seriously, you're optimizing your processes so that you make more profit at the end of the day. And when you want to transition out of your business because you've thought long term about it, you'll have something of value that you can sell to dang near anybody. So I hope this is helpful. If you want advice from a plumber marketing company or an HVAC marketing company, I'd say think big, think smart, think long. If you can do those 3 things, the sky is the limit for your business. Let me know what you thought. What are the things you struggle with? What are videos you'd like to see? And as always, go on Amazon, get our book. We literally put down all of our thoughts, all of our experience, all of our insight with real case studies from contractors like you. Go on Amazon. It's the book on digital marketing for plumbing and HVAC contractors. We'd love to hear what you think. So anyways, that's enough for this time. Good seeing you. We'll talk to you next time. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. See ya.